Hello everybody, this is Valencia and welcome to my channel, Balloons in Business, where I show you the business of balloon and event decor. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I made this teddy bear themed balloon centerpiece. Now in the past I have done a video on how to make a teddy bear balloon centerpiece. However, I found a new and improved way to make it, basically making that top part more stable because that's always been an issue with me. So if you want to see how I made this, just stay tuned. So the balloons I use are Centerpiece brand satin pearl with blush inside, white sand with coffee inside, and coffee balloons. Now these balloons have been pre-blown up, which makes it easier when you're blowing up double stuffed balloons. So I'm going to be using this balloon column stand that I got from Amazon. It comes with 5 PVC pipe pieces that you connect together, and they're about a foot long. And so I'm using only 2 of them because I only need about 2 feet. And you basically just connect them together with that little white connector. And then the base of this column, you just fill it with water and you just slide the PVC pipes in that hole right there. Don't mind that wood part, that is for something else. The balloon column stand will be sturdy enough for this centerpiece. And then I'm going to be using 260 balloons, some scissors, and an electric balloon pump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow up my balloons, round them out, and tie them together into dupes. Now, what you want to do is make sure that the balloons are as close in size as possible. You can use a balloon sizer, but I decided to just eye it. So I'm using this dupe right here as a reference so I can size the rest of my balloons as I'm blowing them up. So once you blow all your balloons up and tie them into dupes, you want to twist them together, and this is going to be the top portion of the centerpiece. Notice where my hand is at. That's going to be the center of this cluster. Okay. And I'm just adding my dupes in one at a time, and I'm double twisting them in, keeping my hand at the center of that cluster. So there's going to be a total of 18 balloons in this cluster. That comes out to 3 dupes of each color. So 3 dupes of the peach, 3 dupes of the coffee, and 3 dupes of the white stand double stuffed. Now I'm just twisting the balloons around to get a nice rounded shape for the cluster and to make sure all of the colors are evenly distributed. Now in the past I would just slide that cluster on top of the stand and then add my 5-inch decorators, but as you can see, this is really not that sturdy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bracket from one of those balloon centerpiece sticks that you can get from like the Dollar Tree or something like that. And I'm going to put a glue dot on that bracket. Then I'm going to slide it into the top portion of the balloon stand. And I'm going to rub it up against the inside of that pipe there so that the glue dot will make that bracket stick into place. Then I'm going to attach the cluster by tying a 260 balloon around the center of that, leaving the 2 ends out. Then I'm going to slide that cluster over the bracket. And I'm going to take one end of that 260 balloon and wrap it around one of the balloons in the cluster. And then I'm going to slide that 260 through one of the gaps in the bracket. And I'm going to take the other side of that 260 and wrap it around another balloon in the cluster. And then I'm going to slide that in inside one of the gaps of the bracket. And then I'm going to tie those 2 ends of that 260 balloon together. And as you can see, the 260, I put it through the gaps in that bracket and then tied them together. So now the cluster is on there nice and secure. It's not going to fall off. And that is the improvement that I made to this centerpiece. So now it's time for me to add my 5-inch decorators. I created clusters of 3 and then attached them with a 260 balloon. And I'm just going to wrap it around the balloons on the bigger cluster. And I'm going to add them in to cover up gap. Now I noticed that the 3-inch clusters weren't really covering the gaps as much as I wanted. So I flipped some of them over and changed their positioning so I can cover the gaps as much as possible. So I twisted together another 3 dupes of balloons and added that to the base. And then I added a couple of dupes of the 5-inch balloons by tying the neck of one of the 5-inch balloons to one of the necks of the 12-inch balloons in the base. And now it's time to add my teddy bear. I already pre-cut and tied those ribbons around his arm. And I'm tying his arm to the pole using a rubber band. And I'm going to take another rubber band and connect his leg to one of those bottom balloons. And then I'm just going to take a ribbon and I'm going to twist it around some of those 5-inch balloons at the top cluster. Now, because the balloons had oxidized so bad and there were so many fingerprint marks on there, I decided to use some high shine to restore their shininess. Normally for neutral balloons, I actually like the matte look and I would have kept them matte, but I just had too many fingerprint marks on there. So I didn't like how that was looking. That's why I used the balloon shine. And so here is the finished product of my new and improved teddy bear balloon centerpiece. So if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, go ahead on and like it and please subscribe and you will get notifications on future videos on balloon and event decor. And until next time, I will see you guys later.
Tried and true.